Tonight is a community service of the New York Institute of Technology.
Covering the news of Nassau and Suffolk Counties, Long Island News Tonight with Ken Eckhart, Carol Peck, and the award-winning LI News team.
Good evening. I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening. Long Islanders are still digging out following yesterday's snowstorm, which dumped 6 to 12 inches of snow in Nassau County and as much as 2 feet of snow in Suffolk. The snow resulted in countless school closings and long hours for public works employees who had to clear the roads and highways. But the snow was a windfall to private companies like American Paving and Masonry. Project manager Mike Then says as soon as a couple of inches of snow were on the ground, he was out plowing.
Well, my phone rang at 12 o'clock at night, so we started 12 o'clock at night, and we worked till about 5 o'clock the following day, p.m.
He says his company was well prepared for the storm.
You know what? I think it was very appropriate. I think we had, there was definitely the right amount of people. I know with our company, this is something that we do on a regular basis, so we're always prepared, we're always ready, we're always on call. Snow is one of our main, line of work.
But the snow did cause problems for many. There are reports the Long Island Railroad canceled a dozen trains this morning, and dozens more were delayed because of weather-related difficulties. And an 87-year-old West Babylon man was found dead in the snow after being reported missing. The American Red Cross is seeking blood donations, saying yesterday's fierce winter storm caused the cancellation of hundreds of blood drives along the East Coast. Red Cross regions in the Southeast reported that more than 6,000 blood donations could not be collected, while in the Northeast, Red Cross regions lost more than 2,200 blood donations. American Red Cross Blood Services in the Northeast is asking eligible blood donors to make an appointment to donate blood. A Long Island man has been charged with selling raffle tickets to thousands of people with his waterfront home as the prize. But no raffle ever took place. The Nassau County District Attorney's Office says 32-year-old Scott Cicerone of North Babylon bought the house in Massapequa back in 2004 for $566,000. He and a partner then refinanced the home for $1 million for renovations, then tried to sell it for over $1.6 million. But when it didn't sell, the house went into foreclosure. And that's when the DA says Cicerone came up with the raffle scheme. The goal was to sell 30,000 tickets for $50 apiece, but he reportedly only sold about 16,000 tickets and used the money for luxury vacations and payments on his Mercedes-Benz. He's charged with scamming the victims out of more than $100,000. Charges include scheming to defraud and larceny, and if convicted, he could face up to 4 years in prison. A Freeport man has been charged with a series of home break-ins and burglaries since the start of the year. Police say 38-year-old Todd Dugan was arrested yesterday afternoon while trying to sell jewelry taken in some of the break-ins. According to police, Dugan broke into a home on South Ocean Avenue New Year's Eve and took a flat-screen television. Then he broke into a home on Nassau Avenue on the 1st, then another home on South Bayview Avenue on the 3rd. He's also suspected in connection with at least 2 additional break-ins, including one where he was confronted by the homeowner but said he was from the bank and then fled. Charges against Dugan include burglary and possession of a controlled substance. A Huntington Station woman has been arrested in connection with a bank robbery this past summer. Police say that robbery happened back in August at the Capital One Bank in Woodbury. According to detectives, 27-year-old Deshona Minor entered the bank, produced a note, and demanded money. The teller handed over the cash, and the suspect fled. Minor was arrested on Tuesday, charged with robbery. Federal health regulators are limiting a key ingredient found in Vicodin, Percocet, and other prescription painkillers that's been linked to liver damage. The Food and Drug Administration says it will cap the amount of acetaminophen in the drugs. Acetaminophen is a pain reliever found in Tylenol, NyQuil, and thousands of other medicines used to treat headaches, muscle aches, and sore throats. But regulars say acetaminophen is dangerous at the larger doses found in prescription combination drugs that it combines with the other drugs like oxycodone. Acetaminophen is the leading cause of liver failure in the United States, sending 56,000 people to the emergency room annually. It was a down day on Wall Street today. The Dow finished the day down 23.5 points. NASDAQ was down just over 2 points, and the S&P was down 2.25 points. NYIT's LI News Tonight continues after this.
New York Institute of Technology is holding graduate enrollment days on Tuesday, January 18th in Old Westbury and Wednesday, January 19th in Manhattan from 4 till 7 p.m. For more information, call 1-800-345-NYIT. Hear what career coaches have to say about conducting a successful job search at the Friedberg JCC in Oceanside on Wednesday, January 19th at 10 a.m. For more information, call 516-634-4010. See the play The Wrecking Ball at Nassau Community College in Garden City on Friday and Saturday, January 21st and 22nd at 8 p.m. and Sunday, January 23rd at 3 p.m. For more information, call 516-572-7676 or take the kids to see a performance of Beauty and the Beast at Northport Public Library on Sunday, January 23rd at 2 p.m. Register for tickets online at www.nenpl.org. If you have an event you'd like included on the LI News Tonight community calendar, send it to linewstonight@nyit.edu.
Press play to start your future. Learn the industry. Use the technology. Become an expert in television reporting, journalism, radio, digital film, public relations and advertising, television production, digital graphics, a beautiful state-of-the-art campus, a road to the job you've always wanted, in the media capital of the world. Communication Arts at NYIT. When can you start?
Among world headlines today, in the mountains north of Rio de Janeiro, the number of dead is climbing, as is the number of missing after walls of mud swept away homes. Officials now say at least 350 people have died in 3 towns after yesterday's mudslide, and at least 50 are missing. The area had gotten 10 inches of rain in less than 24 hours. Nearly all the homes in one neighborhood were swept far down a hill. Tangles of plumbing were stuck in trees, children's clothing littered the area, and massive trees were just tossed about like toothpicks. More rain is expected through the weekend. At least 4 people were reportedly killed in Tunisia in overnight riots pitting police against youths angry about unemployment. The latest deaths near the capital, Tunis, come as protesters defied a government-ordered curfew aimed at calming more than 3 weeks of violence nationwide. The government death toll is at 23, but the opposition says it's more than twice that number. Police have repeatedly opened fire on the protesters. The demonstrators are defying the country's president, who has been in power for 23 years, and the riots have shattered Tunisia's image as an island of calm in volatile North Africa. And China's state media says authorities have detained dozens of people and confiscated huge supplies of dangerous milk powder in the latest attempt to root out melamine-tainted dairy products that killed 6 children and sickened hundreds of thousands more 2 years ago. Launched in July, the crackdown shows China's dairy remains contaminated. Over the past 6 months, authorities have detained 96 people for violations linked to melamine-tainted milk and confiscated about 2,000 tons of tainted milk powder, the official Xinhua news agency reported today. Authorities had ordered all melamine-tainted dairy be destroyed, but some people apparently stored it to resell. Well, Suffolk County is rewarding citizens for being creative about getting more exercise. 70 people competed for prizes to help them achieve a healthier lifestyle. Carol Pack has more.
The Suffolk County Executive recently announced the winners of the county's Don't Sit, Stay Fit exercise competition. The contest was introduced late last year to encourage residents to find innovative ways to improve their health.
Through our Cancer Awareness Task Force, want to get the word out that exercise is going to be, along with nutrition, the prime way to reduce cancer risk.
The county executive was joined by former New York Jets cornerback Bobby Jackson, who's now marketing manager for Modell's, which sponsored the competition. Both Levy and Jackson say the goal of the contest is to motivate residents by introducing simple exercise ideas into their daily routines to help create healthier lifestyles.
You don't have to be an athlete, obviously. Just do something. And basically, it's best to start early in the morning, first thing when you get out of bed.
Colon cancer could be reduced by 30 to 40%. The regular exercise can reduce breast cancer by 20 to 80%, which is rather phenomenal.
The public was asked to submit ideas on ways to incorporate exercise into their busy work weeks. The second place winner suggested walking book clubs, where readers get together to discuss books while walking rather than sitting. Prizes included an exercise bike, gym memberships, and yoga classes, and were given out to individuals who came up with great ideas. For LI News Tonight, Carol Pack reporting.
The Treasury Department is offering to put tax refunds on prepaid debit cards for low-income taxpayers who don't have bank accounts. The department announced today that it will send letters to 600,000 households next week, offering to put their tax refunds on the debit cards, which can be used to get money from ATM machines or to buy goods and services from retailers. The Internal Revenue Service encourages taxpayers to have their tax refunds deposited directly into bank accounts. But for those without bank accounts, the debit cards will allow them to avoid check cashing fees. Treasury officials say taxpayers can get refunds faster with the debit cards than with checks. New cars and trucks will need to have larger and stronger side airbags to prevent motorists from being tossed out of their vehicles in rollover crashes. The Transportation Department says the new requirements are aimed at protecting motorists in rollovers. It's estimated more than 8,000 people were killed in rollovers in 2009. The changes to the airbags are expected to prevent nearly 400 deaths and nearly 500 serious injuries every year. Car companies will begin phasing in the changes in 2013, and all new cars will be required to have the protections by the year 2018. Well, after all of yesterday's snow, we had a beautiful sunny day today, but it was cold. The high was only in the upper 20s. Tonight, mostly clear, with a low down around 17. Tomorrow, a cloudy day, a high in the upper 20s. Saturday, mostly cloudy, with a high just around freezing. Sunday, partly cloudy, a high in the mid-30s. And the outlook for Monday, mostly sunny, with a high around 30 degrees. And that's it for NYIT's LI News Tonight. I'm Ken Eckhart. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.